They served as sailors, soldiers, airmen, Coast Guard, and Marines. Theirs was a common brotherhood bound by duty, honor, and valor. No matter where or how they served, they were all on the front lines, protecting our freedoms. Some paid with the ultimate price, while others came home only to fight a different kind of battle, the adjustment to civilian life. A lack of employment opportunities, psychological stress, and sociological issues left many veterans wounded, burdened, and regulated to the edge of our cities. Everyone deserves a place to call home, but especially the men and women who have served our country. So within the city of Tampa and throughout Hillsborough County, a familiar call rang out to summon the local community to active duty.
The main goal of Operation Reveille is to end homelessness among military veterans. We did Operation Reveille in St. Louis. It took about a year of planning, and we did Operation Reveille in St. Louis approximately 2 weeks before arriving in Tampa.
We had just arrived in Tampa in August, and so we wanted to kind of take that a 90-day period to really observe and get a clear picture of the layout of Tampa as it relates to homeless services.
The challenge from city officials and staff was, let's do it now.
That's roughly less than 2 months to put it on.
And when I heard about it the first time, I thought, well, it's a short period of time to get it done, but I'm totally on board with trying to get it accomplished.
In the homeless recovery business, it often takes months to get someone off the house. There's a lot of things and steps to go through. So when I first heard about Operation Reveille, where we take veterans and one day they come in the front door homeless and leave out the back door to an apartment all in one day, it's unprecedented in Hillsborough County. I think it's fantastic.
Within less than 2 months, we pulled off Operation Reveille Tampa. The community was eager to do something on a large scale. The buy-in from the community was huge.
We did all of the behind the scenes, from putting together the packages that were to be delivered to apartments. We decorated the units on weekends and then evenings, as well as the coordination of the funding sources, which was a major behind the scenes task that had to be completed. With the involvement of both the city, the county, and the Tampa Hillsborough Homeless Initiative, we brought together many providers with different sources of funding that had different requirements.
We are giving them the needed services so that they can stay in their place, have their dream home, and they can be functioning for the future.
Operation Reveille culminated on Veterans Day, so you had an effort that Rebuilding Tampa Bay, Support the Troops, had worked on for over a month, and 11 homes were presented and finished on that day. So it was an exciting day. It was rewarding. It was a bit hectic, but at the end you saw the fruits of a lot of wonderful people's hard work and labor.
When the country called, they said, "Send me." Largely a volunteer armed forces, from Vietnam all the way to our present war on terrorism in Iraq and Afghanistan. But most importantly, as a community, we must recognize that as we rise, as this community emerges from the wreckage of the recession, that we also have a moral obligation to lift as well. And to lift those that have served, to lift those that did their part for us, to lift those who, but for circumstances, would find their lives in a different place. We have that simple moral obligation to do for others what perhaps they can't do for themselves, and to move these men and women into opportunities for shelter, but more importantly, to wrap them with the services not only of a loving community, but wrap them with the services that they need so that they once again can become productive members of our community, proud to not only have served, but proud to be a member of a city that cares very deeply for them.
Today, 50 veterans will receive a very generous assistance package that goes far beyond quality permanent shelter, social services, and focused attention. They'll receive another chance.
I was just really proud to be a part of it. In our field, sometimes things aren't as tangible. This was very tangible. It was like, you know, here's this big gift, an opportunity, start over. So the participants came to, at the end, to get their apartments, to identify where they wanted to be, what area, and assign an apartment. And we actually sat down with them and, you know, went over some information, and that somebody would see them the next day, and then gave them their keys. And just to watch people's responses. Some were just sobering, you know, you can imagine, kind of disbelief in some ways. But then when they got their keys, then you saw this just flood of emotion. So it was very exciting. I was really fortunate to be a part of it.
Oh, it makes me feel wonderful. I brought 3 of my chronically homeless veterans to the event, and it was the best thing ever when I finally got them to that last stage of picking out their apartment and getting those keys. You should have seen the smile on their face, and I've never seen that smile before. So it was definitely a great experience.
The organizers of Operation Reveille went beyond the noble effort to provide shelter to the homeless. Organizations also came together to address the housing rehabilitation needs of 11 veteran homeowners. Skilled laborers and volunteers did everything from fixing up bathrooms to installing HVAC systems, all in order to improve the quality of life for those who served.
I think that this project was unique because of the excitement and the energy and how well all the government agencies, the nonprofits, the corporations, the foundations, the volunteers worked together to make it happen. Everybody was very clear what was the main goal, and the main goal was to help our veterans and to make sure that they have a safe and healthy home.
1% of the population of the United States served this country. You know, they raised their hand, they took an oath to defend this country, they went off and served. It's a small gesture on our part to now pay back, help these folks that, you know, needed this stuff done to their homes so they can live in comfort. They deserved it, they've earned it. They're just extremely appreciative of the fact that they're now people that care about it and, you know, are taking care of them.
There are 3 pillars to Operation Reveille. The first one is to house 50 vets in one day, which we did. The second one is to bring together as many partners to make a huge impact. The third one that we're currently working on now is to develop a system to ensure a vet never experiences homelessness again. Working with our partners, how can this become a routine occurrence instead of a one-time event? Homelessness should be rare and short. Operation Reveille will end homelessness for military veterans.